All right. I think I'm live. I don't want to get back. Maybe I can rotate my phone thing. That's dumb. All right. I'm all alone. All right. Let's figure out the position of these lifters. I wish somebody was on here. What does this button do? Oh no. I don't want to do that. No special orientation for the oil galley, so it don't matter about that little oil galley, I guess, man. That's what I gathered. So let's just make sure they go in the correct way. I don't have anybody watching my live. Nobody watching my live. Well, maybe I shouldn't do a live, dude. Maybe I shouldn't do a live if nobody's gonna watch my live. You know, just me, man. That's boring. Well, I guess we could keep it as a live and you can always change it to a video. Oh, I got one person on here watching me. That's cool. I'm pulling the lifters, checking them out, replacing the heads on this thing. I mean, the head gaskets. I didn't have in the budget for lifters, so I'm not spending money on lifters. But I was debating whether or not to even look at them. I really didn't want to because if they were bad, I don't have the money like right now to put into lifters. So I'm just putting the head gasket. I mean, I'm just checking them out. They look good enough. I'm putting them back in the engine. The engine's got like 230,000 miles. It's been well maintained though. Oh shit. Keep pulling the lifters out again and again and again. Yeah. So I think that's enough. I don't want to pull the I don't think I'm gonna pull the rest, and I don't want to pull the I definitely don't want to deal with this high pressure oil pump rail. I mean, I didn't have a high pressure oil leak, so that was not a problem, you know. So I really don't want to get into taking that off to get these lifters out. And honestly, if I ever tackle any of this, it's just put a new pump in it. It's early 03, so I'm not ready to do that right now. But these lifters, there's no orientation for the oil galleys on here. So you just stick them in and make sure the lifter's in line with the cam. The lobe on the lifter is in line with the cam. It doesn't matter about the orientation of this oil galley. And then you just put the little guide plate in. Make sure they're all seated properly on the guide plate. And this guide plate should move a little bit. And then we're going to put that back together. And I think I've seen enough. It's clean enough to put the heads on. I don't want to look at the rest of the lifters. So tighten that down. I don't know, man. Should I torque this? Oh, maybe I need to. I don't know. It's like a bolt that it allows for it to slide anyways. Does it really matter about the torque on this? Shit. If I don't torque it, I mean, what's the part you're seating in? I'm putting the lifters in right now. I'm replacing the head gasket. So on a budget, obviously, I'm not rebuilding the whole engine. So I'm putting a new head gasket on. But before I did that, I was like, man, just one bolt and I could take these lifters out and at least look at them and see if they look good. And so I took the lifter carriage off, and I'm checking the lifters out, and they look good. So now I got them put back in there. I got the lifters put back in, but I don't know about like torquing them. I like it's a dumb thing. It's one freaking bolt, and this thing is loose. It's designed to be loose. It's designed to slide with the lifters. But kind of OCD. If I don't torque that bolt, I'm gonna think about it forever. Especially if there's something that goes wrong with the startup. I'm like, shit. Is it that bolt? Is it that bolt I didn't torque? But in order to torque it, I had to walk away, go grab the manual, and torque it. I don't know. Anyways, I'll think about it. But yeah, I mean, if you have a 6.0 or you ever work on a 6.0, like it's super critical to keep this area clean. This is your where your oil cooler goes. So the whole reason I tore this engine down was for a oil leak. The oil was running out around the base of the oil cooler housing, and this is where your oil sits right before it's sucked up into that high pressure pump right here. And what the high pressure pump does, it takes the oil from like a couple psi to up to 3,000 psi. So it basically turns this engine into a hydraulic cylinder. I mean, 3,000 psi is a lot. And that oil comes up through this little pipe here into a rail that goes across the top, where your valves are and your injectors. And what it does is it sends 3,000 psi's to your injector. So it pressurizes that injector. The gas comes into the injector. And then the thickum controls the timing. And when it opens that injector, the diesel is shot into your cylinder with like 3,000 pounds of force behind it. It's literally like a gun going off, just adding the fuel to the combustion chamber. It's like a bomb. So that's how that works. But there's a little valve over there. It's called an IPR valve. And if it measures the pressure of that high pressure oil pump. If it gets clogged with anything, I'm talking, little hairs in this oil valley, it'll malfunction. And you got to take it out and clean it. And it's a pain in the ass to get to. So just keep it clean to begin with. And you won't have any issues when you tear it down. That's why I have all this tape over this sealed off. But yeah, I gotta go. I'm new. This is my first live. I don't even know how to do this, but I got 3 people. What's it matter? But I'll be back. I'm just gonna get set up to put the heads on, and we're gonna lower it down with this little crank I got, and lower the head down, and get the head sealed up, get the gasket on, and start torquing them down. And then, well, I could kind of show you guys some parts I'm about. I've been working on this for, I don't know, like 2 months. Super excited about the parts. Here's the heads. The heads, they're flat, they're clean. I powder coated all the turbo pipes, so they're nice and shiny and they're gonna look good. Here's the oil cooler I was talking about. That goes on top of the valley. All the O-ring, everything's been torqued here, everything's marked, all the O-rings. If there's a note for something I didn't finish, it's on there. So I just basically gotta get all this set up outside. Yeah, I'm not doing ARP studs. They're expensive. I did Track Tech. I mean, they're still expensive, but again, I'm not running any tunes on this truck, so I'm not trying to pump out, 500 horsepower. It's basically just for towing my trailer around. I do a lot of contractors work, so I think the Track Tech studs are better than like the regular torque to year-old OEM head bolts. But yeah, I mean, they're not like ARPs. I think so, yeah. On the pistons, I thought the cylinders look really good. I mean, it's 230 miles on the truck, but it's been maintained pretty good. I went ahead and just like poured it some of this. Um, I knocked off the casting marks from inside the intake and exhaust ports, and I went ahead and there was a lot of casting marks here, like really metal that was just flaking off. And the bad thing about that is, it's, of course, it's factory, but that's right over top of the push rods and lifters. So if any metal falls off from this area, it's going straight to the lifters. And dude, I took a toothpick and was just able to pick like pea-sized pieces of metal off this head from the factory, which is insane. But yeah, it's all cleaned up. So I got to get it set up though out there. Bad. What's bad? Decent for love. Oh, use ARPs. So you think Track Tech studs are not gonna work? I can't see the full comment. I don't know what's going on with the comments. Yeah, let me show y'all the parts. The other parts. I can't read the whole comment though. I don't know. I've never done a live, but it says use ARP bolts. Then dot 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 dot. I don't know. I did go with the Felpro ARP rules. The rest is junk. Well, yeah, ARP or yeah, obviously top of the line. But again, the factory head bolts on these trucks are fine if you're not trying to push 600-700 horsepower, and running the dog shit out of it. So my thinking was, I mean, you're right, ARP is the best by far, but my thinking was any stud is better than the regular factory head bolts, right? So here's the rest of my parts. Intake. I wish I could have upgraded that. Yeah, the factory bolts are trash. Well, I did put some powder on it, so it's all clean. And it's going to stay clean with the powder coating. I did a ceramic coating on this exhaust. It's factory, but it turned out to look pretty nice. And here's all the bolts. Like, I'm kind of doing it right. I got them all labeled, cleaned, not dirty bolts. And I got all the torque specs on the bolts. So I just got to move all this down to the truck and start putting it together. But it's going to go together pretty quick because I got all this organized. So the one thing I fucked up on when I was taking this apart, I broke one of these injectors, man. The solenoid cup with the ratchet, just by taking the injector hold down. I broke one. It's not cheap, but yeah, I'm gonna have to get all this set up, and I don't know if you guys could find me again on live if you want to watch or whatever, but I'll hit the live button in like 20-30 minutes probably once I get all this down to the truck. I spent a lot of time dressing up the engine. Skipped on the man. I don't see the big difference in the ARPs and the Track Techs. I mean, that's debatable, but again, like obviously ARP's good. I spent time. Time is not money. Time is free to me. ARP head bolts is a lot of money. I mean, I did put some money into the oil cooler, but again, I'm not pushing 600-700 or 500 horsepower. I'm not pushing the truck. It's just it's towing a light trailer behind it, and I drive responsibly. I'm not some teenager out there gassing at every stop, So I think it'd be fun. It's not much of a difference, I don't think. No, I think if you're gonna push it for 6 to 7, 800 horsepower, yeah, you need the ARPs for sure, and you need to go with O-ring heads. You know, I mean, not even O-ring heads. Go, you can get up to using the copper gasket if you want to, depending on how far you want to take it. But I'm not in that category for sure. Not yet. I will be though, eventually. All right, I got to get all this set up. I'm going to end this one, and I'll restart it when I get set up.